nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest student in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's good, beautiful people?
It's the spring is in the air a little bit outside in New York, which is very nice.
Yes, it is.
It's nice. My allergies, I try not to let my allergies affect me.
That's good.
But as I said in the past, it's hard when it's beautiful out for your body to reject it.
Yes.
It's for you to walk outside and see a sunny day and you go, oh, my nose.
What do you mean you're trying not to let your allergies affect you? I just mentally ignore them. They are physical. It's science.
My brain, I go, it's fake news.
fake.
It's fake news.
Okay.
Allergies is fake. It's just me, my body getting too used to winter.
Okay, interesting.
That's what it is.
You think you could Zen Buddha your way out of allergies?
I don't believe in allergies.
Okay.
I think I got too comfortable inside, and I just need to pretend they're not real. So when my eyes are red and dripping and totally itchy, I go, I got too comfortable.
Okay.
That's just myself going, I hibernated too long. I'm
see.
not used to the outdoors.
You're readjusting.
Allergies are not real.
Okay. I'm down.
Allergies are a fake thing that we created to keep people inside.
Okay. I'm down. Sure.
That's
it
what
worked.
I'm saying.
It worked on me.
It worked on you.
Yeah.
To
They
keep
saw
you
me.
inside.
I love school so much. They're like, we got to bring this kid down.
How?
How can we do it? Close his eyes shut. That's what would happen.
That's what
I
would
wouldn't
happen?
be able to see. Yeah, I would have
Because your allergies.
We're so bad.
And that was fake.
I agree.
That was all fake.
It was somebody put it out against me.
Someone
It
put
was
allergies
a war
on
crime.
you.
It was a crime. Yeah, it
was
was a
a crime against
biological
you.
weapon. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it is. I think that there are...
Let's go.
I think that big internet is out here. First off, I'm going to take down big internet today. I think big internet is out here. Pollen doesn't exist. Big internet created the World Wide Web and pollen to blow it in our faces, to keep us inside, to keep us on their that aim stuff, okay? Big internet created pollen to keep us inside.
Okay.
This is the world we live in, Rob. We could just say anything we want.
I agree.
Now.
I know.
Why am I not just free to say that allergies don't exist?
I think that's fine.
I
mean, this is real.
What?
I just saw something that a bunch of conservative podcasters are all sponsored by Big Soda. And there's this whole controversy because people on Snap, or they don't want them to have soda, but then they're pushing soda, and they're like, where are you lying with this? So who knows? Who knows who is sponsored? We are not. We have no big sponsors.
No big
industries
sponsors
are paying us to peddle nonsense.
Yeah,
but we could do it on our own.
Yeah, we peddle nonsense on our own.
Yeah.
We don't need sponsors for us to spread misinformation.
No, not at all.
We are sponsored today by wheatgrass. Catch them in your eyes. Stay inside. Yeah. Nah, I get allergies. And I feel it, and it's annoying, but
I haven't yet.
You haven't yet?
I haven't been outside. I got to get outside.
Yeah.
I just get angry. I get angry driving around Brooklyn.
Don't drive.
I get angry.
Robbie, this is a simple
I'm like
solution.
Fucking on the horn. Yesterday, I kind of gave somebody a little love tap. Not on purpose, but like also not on purpose. Yeah, they fucking used to come the bike lane to come up next to me and cut me off through the bike lane to make a right, and I'm trying to make a right too.
And you did it on purpose?
I mean, I'm just like, and then I'm like right up behind them, and then I like am like inching more towards them. They're inching, whatever, and then I kind of hit them slightly, and I was like, he might get out,
Rob,
and argue with me, but I was ready. I'm ready. I'm this like I can't be driving.
We need to take the car away from you.
Yeah.
No, you can't be love tapping people because you're angry.
I'm just like annoyed. I'm annoyed.
I know, man, but
I'm
you can't.
And I'm like,
you can't. Do you see how Zen Buddha I am sometimes driving?
Yeah, you are. We're different.
But yeah,
I think about you when I drive. I'm like, I gotta Zen
Buddha
myself out.
Okay, locking the door.
What would Sebastian be doing right now?
Yeah, you got a Zen Buddha. Like there's no. I saw someone did every show now is hot takes, right? There's Subway takes. There's now this. There's all these shows that are just like, oh, let's get people online to say hot takes.
Yes.
And I saw a hot take. People.
Well, we do hot takes. Everybody does hot takes.
Everyone does hot takes. I just said allergies aren't real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the new thing. Everyone does hot takes. Can I say this?
What?
When we're not online, we don't need to do hot takes.
Okay.
When we're living just two people in the world,
Okay.
let's do comforting takes to each other.
I like hot takes. I like hot takes that aren't going to like, I mean, it's hard to have a hot take that doesn't come back to politics, but hot takes that aren't political.
Like
and you get the
what?
people going.
Well, I have a hot take.
What's your hot take?
Mama's 2 is bad.
Mama's 2 is bad.
That's my hot take. Robbie's
I
favorite
know.
pizza place.
Told one of my favorite pizza places. I told my roommate. He was
I didn't like it
too. Yeah. He was like, oh. I think the order wasn't all in line. But it also, honestly,
bro,
I can't blame the order.
Me.
I'm not trying to blame you.
I went to the counter and I said, what do I get?
It's that person's fault. It's that person's fault. But also, the cat's out. Sebastian's getting really good at cooking. I think outside is going to get harder and harder to compete with.
Yeah.
At a certain point, other people use cheat codes.
Look at this.
They use cheat codes. They use shortcuts. They use whatever. I tell you all the time, there's few places that I'd rather eat out than Sebastian cooking. It's very good.
Yeah. Well, but I went to this. One of your favorite.
One of my favorite pizza places.
I haven't, and I was so excited to go, and I didn't like it.
That's unfortunate.
It was. You know how sad I felt.
What?
To go to a place that everyone likes, and you want to enjoy it, and you don't, really made me feel sad. It genuinely made me feel sad.
Yeah, I feel you.
It like hurt me because I was like, oh, this joy that you get from this place, I didn't get.
Yeah.
I didn't get that joy. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I did not turn it on the pizza place. Why don't I get this joy, right? What is wrong with me? Because I want to feel this joy that you feel.
I can't blame you.
People love to hate. If something's popular, I get sad if I don't love.
Because everyone else is loving it.
Everyone else is loving it, and I go, what's wrong with me? What?
You want to love it.
People blame other. Oh, whoa! We got a little earthquake at the table. People blame other. They go, I don't like that for this. I don't know if I'm just so broken that I go to this place that you love so much, Mama's 2, and I eat the pizza and I don't like it. And I go, I need to get back in therapy.
What?
I can't even enjoy
What
pizza.
order did you eat them in, or did you have one bite of each?
I had one bite of each.
Okay, smart.
Because every
You're
bite
expert.
was disappointing.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was like, let me eat the one I find best first.
Yes. That's tough.
And I even saved the pear one, the sweet pizza,
which is like a dessert. Yeah. I would have steered you in a different direction, but I also can't.
I wasn't that far off.
No, you weren't. Those are good. Though I have gotten all the ones you've gotten and enjoyed them, but they are more split with someone's slices. They have other slices I think that you could eat by yourself, and it's a better experience. But it is what it is. You didn't like it.
And I think that. Well, I think that too many, because now on the internet there's all these hot takes online.
Yes.
I've noticed in small talk with people are trying to do hot takes to me.
I could see that.
And I don't need hot takes.
Yes.
From the guy at the deli. I don't need hot takes from my buddy that I just am sitting down with, trying to have a good time, catch up with.
What are some hot takes that you're hearing?
I mean, they're absolutely offensive and wild.
Okay.
Because these people don't understand how to speak.
They don't. Okay.
People don't understand. Here's the thing. People speak for a living, and then some people think, oh, I could speak for a living like that.
Yes.
And then they don't understand how to dance.
That's true. And they'll make it really personal. Yeah. It's like so specific to their life. Like, my mother-in-law shouldn't be fucking calling me before noon. It's like, that's not a hot take. That's a conversation you're going to have with your mother-in-law.
And then they'll be saying stuff like, I'm going to hurt this person for this hot take. Like,
where are we going with this?
It's insane.
This is not a conversation I need to be involved in.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
We don't need that. People instantly will go to extreme violence.
Okay.
They'll be like, if you don't like this, I'm going to take a gun and blow your fucking head off. Whoa. I go, we're talking about a Butterfinger.
Yeah. No, they need to understand, I guess, the way the world works a little bit better.
The place next door to me sells empanadas.
Okay.
And they go, have you had one? I'll go, yeah, I'm good on them. The woman that makes them, I go, I'm good. Thank you so much. I just didn't want an empanada.
Yeah.
And then the guy that works there goes, if you don't like these empanadas, you should kill yourself.
This is some shit that people throw around, though.
What? Kill yourself?
Yeah, you should kill yourself. That's like something that people will say
casually.
Casual.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's tough. I want I won't like unless you have something to stand on. You don't need to have strong
Yeah.
take on that in life.
I mean, this is that guy's life. These empanadas. He doesn't want to live without the empanadas.
It's not his life.
You don't think so?
He runs numbers. His life is running numbers under the table.
True.
That's how he makes his money.
Yeah. But maybe that's his favorite thing in the world. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I agree with you. Everybody has a hot take.
And I think that like some people's hot takes are great and some people's aren't.
Yeah.
And all the time we have bad hot takes.
We have only perfect takes. I was thinking about that.
No.
It's exhausting. Every week we come here and have perfect takes, flawless, 100 out of 100.
No,
Tired of just getting A's on tests. I wish we had worse takes.
Stop.
But I can't let worse bad takes enter my mind. It's weird. I don't know. Every single take I have perfect.
Me and you are so different. Me and you. Robbie's not even being that sarcastic.
What do you mean?
Robbie's not even.
Not at all.
Robbie believes this.
I'm not at all. Yeah.
So, have you ever?
And I believe you have a lot of perfect takes.
I know you do.
I'm not even just saying it about myself. You have more takes than I do. I would say.
No.
Like, wow, another week, Sebastian, perfect takes. It's incredible. I don't know more people listen to this fucking show.
Yeah,
They
please
would
share
get
the
perfect takes all the time.
Let's plug.
Yeah.
Please share the podcast. We need people to start sharing the podcast a little more, right?
Yeah, please share the podcast.
To text a friend. Be like, hey,
Yes.
check this out. Check out an old episode. Check out a guest that we had on the past. Please, we appreciate that. If you want to continue supporting us, check out our Patreon. We talk. Last week I spilled a lot of tea on the Patreon with some industry stuff from past stories. Cool. So if you want to support us, go check out that Patreon. If you don't, if you can't do the Patreon, then go. Why don't you just share the podcast with a friend? Text a friend about it. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. You have no idea how much that means to us.
Comment on the videos also, if you can, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Join the discourse. Enter the take debate.
Enter the take.
Feed the take economy that we're in.
We're in a
the economy of takes.
We are in a take economy.
Which is unfortunate. We need to be in a give economy.
You're right.
Yes.
We need to be in an economy where we're giving.
Yes.
We should do a show where we have to give.
Perfect gifts.
It's called perfect gifts. Yeah, rather than good takes, good gives.
Yes.
They come on and they provide I guess this is the like just teaching. You provide information. Our pitch for a hot take show is teaching. Is being teachers. We go,
which we also teach. That's our other job. Both of us.
We also are both teachers. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I like it. Fortunately.
Yeah. Fortunately. But that's so funny that our show would just be where we give people facts. We give people hot tidbits.
Yes. Which there's shows like that are massively popular.
There are?
Yeah.
Interesting. I got to find these.
That's like I guess, the New York Times Daily, right? Isn't that just information?
I got to start going
NPR.
I got to start going to real sources.
Yeah.
I live too much.
There's no real sources. You really have to do an intense amount of research in order to trust your searches.
NPR, New York Times, I think those we're getting closer to real sources.
Well, I look up the person.
That's good.
Who wrote it?
That's good.
I look up their other stuff. What are we talking? Who is this? What's their Instagram? What's their LinkedIn? Where are we coming from this? What's the angle?
That's nice.
I don't trust anything, which is, I think, whatever.
That's a hard reality, but it's a reality.
Yeah.
So first thing let's talk about is this trend of these New York influencers that everyone's talking about. Right?
Yeah.
There was some
New York influencers.
Yes. Thank you for putting the quotations.
Yes.
Right. I'm happy you're wearing your Mets hat today.
Yeah.
So
wearing my Mets hat, my MTV shirt.
MTV Times
Got
Square.
this in Times Square. Did I tell you that?
No, but that's where it was filmed.
Yeah. I bought this in Times Square.
Oh, nice.
And I wasn't allowed to watch MTV, but I bought this in middle school. But I watched music videos. So I associated MTV with music videos.
Yes.
Which I think is like a normal thing, music television.
Yes.
But most people at school were talking about the television shows that I wasn't allowed to watch.
Catfish, I'm addicted to blank.
Before that even. Next, I would steal and so I would sleep it like I would have to watch Next like while my mom was out of the house. I would have like maybe 20 minutes to be able to watch Next because I knew the passcode. But like, wasn't Jackass on MTV?
Yeah.
Like that era,
Nitro
Andy Milonakis,
Circus.
I had to like sneak also. So I wasn't really like plugged into MTV. I just watched the music videos. So is this like a fraud shirt?
No.
You don't think so?
No. You loved it so much that you cracked the code to watch it?
True. Okay, that's
Most
good.
people, what are we talking? Most people change the channel on MTV.
Yeah.
You were Mission Impossible-ing your way into the channel.
Okay, you're right.
You deserve it more than anyone.
I was just out of the loop all the time about this stuff.
You wanted
and
it
late
so
to the party.
bad.
Okay. Yeah, I was out of the loop.
Of course, that's
I
why
would
you're
get
wearing it
TV
now.
shows secondhand.
Can I tell you this, man?
What?
Anyone that was allowed to watch MTV
Doesn't
as a
have it.
31-year-old person is not wearing that shirt.
Oh, it's
Your
nostalgic. It's nostalgic.
Your parents should look at that shirt and been like, we should have let him watch it. In my opinion.
Hey, look at this shirt through the computer screen. They're like, we should just fucking let him watch MTV. This is an insane overcorrection.
They go, Jesus Christ.
He would have a normal job.
He's getting into the 12-year-old age. That's what's happening here, Rob. If anything,
I'm gonna experience it one time or another, Mom. You should have let me have it at 12. Now I'm not gonna do it at 31.
31. This should be a warning for all these parents out there to see Robbie, all the things he wasn't allowed to do, and now he's doing as a 30-year-old.
I love this
He
shirt.
just started smoking weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Just started.
Wearing my MTV shirt.
He just started drinking coffee and smoking weed. He's watching MTV.
I know.
Oh my! This is a warning tale. Let your kids enjoy it at the right age.
I agree. I have a lot of notes.
Yeah.
On the way I was raised.
Yeah. But that's
I
why you wear it.
loved music videos. I didn't know. Did you? I mean, I do a lot of things that I guess are colloquially. I don't even know if that's the right word. Do you know what that means? Colloquially?
Rob.
Colloquially?
Rob, you're closer to a Pokemon than a dictionary word right there.
Colloquially is not.
I know what's a word.
Is it?
Colloquial.
What does it mean?
I know, we're not the podcast to use this word, Robbie.
Okay.
Robbie, we're not the podcast. This word has the vowels are too complicated for us New Yorkers.
Okay.
There's a couple of words that vowels are too complicated for us New Yorkers.
Yes.
Colloquially. We
I
don't
will
have the function in our mouths to do those words.
Yeah. Colloquially. Yeah, I don't.
Colloquial. Oh God.
I want to say this too.
Oh. Well, finish your
Okay, colloquially, it is known that it's a very gay thing to invite people over and watch music videos. And I think I do a lot of things that are just colloquially known as gay.
What do you mean?
Like it's
Like
a gay
homosexual?
hobby. Yeah, gay hobby. Like gay men like to invite, like this is a thing that's very popular in the gay community, invite friends over and just watch music videos.
Oh, wow.
And I'm finding out this is like a thing that I love to do, that I've done a lot. Like I invite people over, we watch music videos. I like to just throw on some music videos. I think it's a nice
I don't think
addition to a party.
I am surprised that is. I feel like that's just a human experience.
I guess I don't know if straight men are comfortable, not comfortable enough with their sexuality to watch music videos, to watch people dancing and performing their art.
If you go
and
watch
seeing it in a
sports,
visual medium.
if you go watch sports, you go watch music videos.
Music videos used to be. I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy to do gay things, so I am happy that
Nice.
I think it's nice that gay. I'm like, oh, we're just enjoying
You
the
enjoy
fruits
stuff.
of life. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could watch the same fucking music video 50, 100 times. I like music
that's
videos.
a different story.
Yeah. But like if people are over, like if I've seen, like it's a vibe, you're creating
You're
I think
putting
it's
on the music
incredible.
video.
Yeah. And then sometimes you all sit around and watch. I got to show you one, you show me one.
Do you get up and dance along
I mean, I have
by yourself or with people?
with people.
Learn the choreo.
No, I wish. I've thought about taking dance classes.
It's good for the. I mean, I know a couple steps.
Yeah, you can move. Sebastian can move.
What do you mean I can move?
You move. You move on stage. Like, you can move. You have little moves. You know how to be physically funny. Dancing is also, like, it can be used for comedy, but it also just is impressive.
I wish I knew.
When you could dance well, it's impressive.
I wish I was a better. I think the generation younger than us, men younger than us, are great dancers compared to us.
I'm
Rob.
surprised.
I mean, I think that people that wanted to be cool on TikTok learned how to become pretty good dancers.
Interesting.
Like
that's true.
I do think that like just the if I was 15, a guy seeing all these TikToks, I would be like, damn, all these. I would want to learn how to dance well.
Yeah.
I would like practice dances if I was a younger kid when TikTok.
Yeah, you're right.
Out.
Same.
Yeah,
because that would be, I guess, what people
are,
would be doing if you're like hanging out. And people like go like, oh, let's film a TikTok. We're all gonna hang out tonight.
I think yes, and there is like trends where the men are jumping in TikToks with women and stuff like that. So I do think that we're probably much worse dancers than the generation younger than us.
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
And I think that we're worse dancers than the generation older than us. I think that people in the 70s, that was a great dance era.
Yeah, you're right.
Our dance era became very sexual.
It was.
Our dance era is not casual.
Yes.
It was just
it's scary.
Sexual.
It's scary.
Aggressive
for
and sexual.
women.
Yes.
It's scary for women.
Well,
just like let me put my hands on their hips.
Yeah, it was a sexual. Yeah, and I think the 70s, you form a circle. A guy would do a couple of moves, spinning around,
absolutely,
putting fingers in every which direction.
Yeah.
The 80s.
Yeah.
Those were great dancers.
I know. I have a friend.
And even in the 60s, you're just flailing your arms. Our generation was, I would say millennials are the worst dancers out there.
Yeah, we probably are.
Yeah, we're the worst dancers. I know how to cha-cha, and I'm ahead of most guys.
That's true. I mean, I act out the words. That's how I dance. So I need to know the words in order to dance. So I don't know. I was talking to my friend. He's like, I'm going out dancing 5 times a week right now. I'm like, nice, bro. I'm like, I don't really know how to dance to this music. Like, he goes out and dances to music that has no lyrics. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. He's like, you don't have to dance to the music. You let the music come inside of you, and then you express outside.
Can I also tell you what's happening? Ecstasy.
Yeah. Then he says he's doing ketamine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, all right, what are you drinking during this? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not trying to drink that much. He's like, no, I don't want to drink. But I do a little ketamine and some drugs. And I'm like, oh. Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he's not taking dance classes. Dance is
no, the music.
Yes,
exactly. That's what he said. The music enters him, and then he just lets it express through him.
And that's how
he's a vessel.
Danced at Woodstock.
Okay.
They let the music take over.
Yeah. Which I guess I would look stupid, but I guess that's just what it is.
I mean, you don't need to start going out doing drugs. Rob,
I'm not doing that.
You don't need to do that. I just want to say that.
I'm smoking weed every day, but that's different than doing other stuff.
I don't consider that drugs. And as a society, we should not consider weed as drugs.
That's good.
I think that alcohol is a worse drug than marijuana.
That's what I'm telling myself.
It's hands down much worse.
Yeah.
You could die. Alcohol and benzos are the only drugs when you detox that you actually could die from withdrawals.
That's crazy. And
alcohol is sold in every single store. I could get alcohol without crossing the street.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's good.
So,
but yeah, I guess we're bad dancers.
That's okay.
And I liked music video. I still do. And I'm
but
proud.
Maybe that's why you like music videos, because you appreciate the art.
I do.
It's good to appreciate
some of them
art that
are
you're not good
art.
At.
Yeah, some of them are pieces of art. A lot of them are.
What do you mean? Oh, most of them.
Yeah.
Undeniably, they're art.
Yeah, yeah.
Undeniably, music videos are art.
Yeah.
Because they have music, which is art, and dancing, which is art, and video effects, which is art. It's actually a lot of art.
Yeah, it's great. And it's trivialized. And I like artists that care about their music videos and make them like it's an event when their music video drops.
I think that's great.
But what I was going to say with the pronunciation, Trump calling the Teslas, have you heard how he says it? Teslers?
Okay.
And this is how my family talks. This is the New York accent. Is you just add the R to a word that doesn't deserve an R.
I know.
And I'm like, this is so. I don't know. I'm like, oh, it's nice to see the New York accent on such display. People are making fun of him. Teslers. Which I get. Make fun of him. Make fun of Tesla. Make all of it. It is a good thing to make fun of, but it is also. I'm like, yeah, it is just a funny way to say it, because this is when people in my family say it, I laugh. Panders, ideas. This is how my dad talks.
Well, for me, I'm the oldest New York kind of thing I do is I pluralize stuff.
Okay. Like what?
Tables.
What do you mean?
I'll be like, oh yeah, we're going to zoos.
We're going to the zoos? When do you do that?
All the time.
Really?
I get called out all the time by non-New York people.
Oh.
You don't even realize. I be adding S's all the time.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I go, am I from New York, or do I just love Costco? Am I from New York, or am I just a bulk man? Because I be dropping S's all the time. Maybe I just love my name so much.
Sebastiano.
Sebastiano. So let's talk about these. I'm upset with everyone talking about these like New York influencers. And what's annoying to me about all this, these people that are claiming to be New York influencers, they are just the rich, popular kids from your school moving to New York and claiming that they are New York influencers.
Yeah.
They then have this idea of just posting themselves in Pilates and going to Whole Foods and Sweet Green, and they go, this is what New York is, and drinking an espresso martini. And then anytime that they show a real New York scenario, they call it gritty.
Yeah, that's tough.
Which is disgusting to me.
Yes.
Anytime that they'll be like, oh, this bodega's so gritty, it just looks like a nice shop.
No, your life is fucking sterile.
Yes.
Your life is sterile.
It's boring.
There's zero personality.
We can't. Also, a gritty is a great excuse word.
Yes.
For you saying gross, ew,
poor,
right? Gritty is this word that now people are using when they go, oh, this is gritty New York, and they'll just show a normal streets. They'll show Atlantic Avenue, and they'll be like, this is gritty New York. I'll be like, no, this is actually
New York.
Nice.
Yeah,
this is fancy.
This is why I want to live here.
What are we talking about? This is what we're thriving for.
This is what
So I can't with this. I hate when words come along that you get to use.
They're deceptive.
Yes, words come along that you get to use rather than just being bluntly rude.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they're words that people create so they're not offensive.
It's like, what do you mean by that? Say what you want to say.
Yeah, and the gritty means poor.
Yes.
Gritty means not corporate.
Yes.
Not this like corporate sterile like.
Small businesses are gritty, but then they like them if a small business gets stamped by TikTok or Instagram, then it's cool. It's good to go. But as soon as if it's not and you come upon it, then it's scary.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't with these people.
I
can't. I'm on a second rotation of people that I know that have moved here and then they move away. And I'm done. I think I got to be done.
You're done with people that
I got to just be like, how long are you going to stay?
Well, this is why New York.
Are you trying to raise kids? Are you investing in the community? Have you ever been in a room with all people that like need these policies that affect New York in order to raise their kids, that have been here their whole life? They got to take care of their grandmother. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever been around these people?
No.
Sometimes they treat them like clowns. I mean, I'm sure you received this.
Yeah.
Like you're a relic of something or like whatever.
It's truly annoying.
Yeah, it is fucking annoying. I agree with you.
It's a nightmare. And here's the thing. This is why New Yorkers are annoying when they go, you don't. What do you need to be in order to be a real New Yorker? It's because we've been duped and wronged too many times.
Yeah.
Like, that's why people are like, oh, you need the green Metro card, baloney, right? It's
Okay.
the oldest take in the book, right?
Yeah.
Which is what you get when you go to New York City public school. You get a green Metro card, which means that you could take the trains and subways for free because we don't have yellow school buses.
Yes.
Right? And some places do, some places don't, right? But you get the green Metro card so you could take the bus. And so people say that. But this is why people are so gatekeeping about who's a New Yorker and who's not, because people come here for 4 years.
You just leave. You're
and
not
they
a New
leave.
Yorker. Like,
they raise the rent.
Yeah, and then they leave.
And then they leave.
And they want their fucking Blank Street coffee, and they want Sweet Green, and they want all this stuff that the natives don't care about.
Oh, God, give me a blue bottle of espresso martini.
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate you with a passion. Okay? Because you leave New York and I'm going to have to leave now. These people
they're
here.
driving us out.
These people are coming here and they're saying, I'm going to show you what these New York influencers are literally going to take New York out of New York influencers.
Yeah.
That's what they don't understand.
They're going to be influencing a luxury mall, which go do somewhere else.
Go to a place that needs it.
Yeah.
Go build in a place that it needs it.
Yeah.
An empty land I don't even know. Just stay in your
don't
home.
do it at all. Don't do it at all. It's very frustrating.
Why are people?
I hate this.
Why can't people be? Why do people have to leave being the richest, hottest person in their small town to come here now?
I don't know.
Just be the richest, hottest person here. If you come to New York, you're going to mean nothing to most of us.
Yes.
That's what they don't understand, and that's why they leave.
Yeah.
Because they are the richest, most aesthetically pleasing person that will come to New York, and then they go, oh shit, I came here, nobody cares about me.
Yeah.
I realize I'm just a grass in a field.
Yeah.
Like, I just look the same to everyone else. And then they see me, who's a fucking daffodil. They go, that's a weed. You know? I can't stand this shit.
I agree with you.
And then they go, and then they leave. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to pluck me on the fucking way out. I'm going to end up in New Jersey.
Yeah, you are.
And I hate New Jersey.
He's been loving New Jersey recently, but I'm glad this came out because I agree.
I hate New Jersey.
I know.
I've only been loving New Jersey because I'm
it's
scared.
I know, I agree.
I've only been loving New Jersey because I'm like, what's
He's
going to happen?
trying to rationalize.
Yes.
He's already making, I guess, agreements with yourself.
It's you know
compromises.
I am
already compromising.
I'm like,
no, but you shouldn't. I love this attitude.
I'm like a kid that's getting his college acceptance letters, and I'm getting denied from every school.
It's like, I guess I'm going to the College of New Jersey. Fuck.
I go. TCNJ's pretty good. I hear they got a Jimmy John's on campus. It's coming up with the worst fucking reasons.
I've been there, Sebastian. I can tell you that. I've been there.
Just coming up with the worst reasons why I should love it. But as these people that just want to build Pilates studios that I can't afford to go to come here.
That's annoying.
And I love Pilates.
He loves Pilates.
If you like Pilates, I love that you love Pilates, but keep Pilates out of New York.
Yes, I agree.
How many Pilates studios do we need in New York?
I don't know. I guess less.
And then I go to your favorite pizza spot, and
it's not even good. But they're at least from Staten Island. At least they're from Staten Island.
I go, that's not even fucking pizza anymore, because they're catering to people that want this like life that they're taking pictures of pizza.
Yeah, they're at least from Staten Island.
Yeah, but
they're like the next generation of the Prince Street Pizza.
Yeah, I know.
Prince Street Pizza is a New York establishment.
I've been to Prince
so
Street.
then it's the kid being like, it's more the son being like, I want to do my own thing. We're gonna take this square slice. And
you
we're
know
gonna
who's
really
trying to
fucking
please?
Probably.
He's trying.
That's who
to
goes to
please
Prince
these
Street.
people.
That's who goes to Prince Street.
He's trying to please these people.
I haven't been.
It's aesthetically pleasing in Mama's
in the West Village.
Yes.
I haven't been in. The one in the Upper West Side. There's no indoors. You can't go in.
That's good.
Yeah. It's just a window.
I don't believe that we should sit down in pizzerias.
Okay.
I love pizzerias with my whole heart, but there's some mistakes that they make. The first mistake that pizzerias make is by putting all the walls are glass. One side is all portraits of Italian gods in their mind, and the other side is all mirrors.
Yeah. Okay.
I do not need
you
to
don't
look
like
at
the mirrors. At
I
the
do not
pizzeria.
need to look at myself as I want to be a gavone.
Okay. I like that.
To walk into a place where I go, I'm about to enjoy myself. I don't need to look at my reflection and go, what are you doing? That will make me leave.
Okay.
I've stopped going to pizzerias because there's too many mirrors. I swear to God, I love the pizza.
In peace.
Go, let me eat the pizza in peace.
Yeah. I think we're getting more people that used to move to LA than they're now moving to New York. I think COVID.
Yeah.
The evaporation of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I also think more people that are young want to be a YouTuber or TikTok influencer over like the star of a TV show. People would rather have 10 million followers on TikTok than be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, man.
I don't think they care about the entertainment industry.
No.
So if you're going to live in a city in America, New York has the most that you can YouTube about, that you can TikTok about. Like, in order to do this in LA, you got to really be fucking driving around. It's going to take all day. You're not going to have as much success and be able to pump out as much stuff in other cities as you can in New York, because it is walkable, because it does have to like serve communities and stuff like that.
That you could walk around and you'll see something that you never thought you'd see.
Yeah.
And then
there's
post
so much
about
content
it.
all day, every day, everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But now we're getting those people that
You're
used to be going to LA and now they're coming to New York, and they go back to LA or stay in your town.
But here's the thing. They like to make content about things that are interesting, right?
Yes.
But now that's becoming less and less with these New York influencers.
Things that are gritty.
Yes.
Anything
gritty,
that
right?
has any sense of personality has a negative connotation.
But now they don't enjoy those things in real life, so they're now starting to create more things that cater to them in New York City.
Yeah.
Which is a gelato bar that serves fake gelato, and it's $12 for one scoop.
Yeah.
And it's just all white and the brightest lights you've ever seen, so it's good for photos.
Yeah. I took improv classes, as you know.
Yeah.
And I remember this woman. This was in, let's call it 2018. Okay? This woman went to one of the fancy LA high schools.
Nice.
Friends with famous people.
Uh-huh.
Like that kind of high school, that kind of clique. And this woman went to Juilliard. She was in New York.
Oh, she must be very talented.
Yeah. She went to
That's
Juilliard. She was
extremely
on
difficult.
Broadway in a play that was nominated for a Tony.
Wow, that's incredible.
Went to a very, very ritzy high school.
Yeah.
And she said in this improv class that her and her boyfriend took an exotic trip to Long Island City. And I was like, Long Island City is everywhere in America. Every single city that is building a new little neighborhood from scratch of just like luxury condos, sweet greens, everything we're talking about, just chains that you've never heard of that are just like popping up and just have the most uncharming aesthetic in the world. That is what kind of exists in Long Island City. It's like a corporate.
It's hard.
It's like a corporate playground almost. I don't or whatever they fucking call these places that are corporate parks. I don't know. That's kind of what Long Island City is. And she's talking about this, and she was only in New York because of Juilliard, because of Broadway.
Yeah.
But she's an LA person.
Yes.
Her dream. She will like.
She'll go to LA.
These are the LA people. Like they are now just like. That person isn't going to Juilliard. That person isn't going on Broadway. That person is just moving here to make TikToks. And this is what's happening. I'll never forget when she said that. And she acknowledged it like an hour later.
It took her an hour.
Yeah. That it was like, I shouldn't have said that it was exotic. Because it's not at all.
That must have been a tough hour for her.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
She must have been really going through it for that hour.
Maybe. She was living free. But yeah, it's frustrating. I agree with you.
Yeah, and I just wish these people, these TikTok New York influencers, I wish that they would realize that they'll be more successful in their small town doing this.
Yes.
Most of them are going to come here just to say that they lived in New York.
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
They're going to come here and they'll move home, and so they have enough time to work at the local, I don't know, car dealership or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They'll have enough time to go home or work for their parents' company, Yeah. So I mean, just make content at home. That's one of the most beautiful things about content is you could just make it in your hometown and promote things that you like in your hometown.
Yeah, try to make things interesting. You have to invest in the community because they treat it like a zoo. They treat New York like a zoo
because it's not theirs, and I think
and they don't want to live in the environment. They just want to walk past it, take a picture, take a video, comment on it, and then leave at a certain point.
I wish that they would just do it at their hometown because then they would care because they care about the people.
You would hope that. I don't think they care about much except clout, which is.
They'll also get more clout. Here's the thing. If we just want to talk selfishly, they'll get more clout in their hometown than they will here.
Well, they get clout of other people that are doing this.
What do you mean?
Like, we're not giving them clout. But the other people that are like other transplant, there's a whole nother world of transplant clout.
I know.
That we're not a part of.
I know.
Because we're not going to justify this.
It's a virus.
Yeah.
It's a virus, and I could hear their water bottles clanking their way here. Yeah. I could hear the swooshes of the Lululemons in the air.
Yeah. My cousin just pretends they don't exist.
That's good.
He'll be like, "There's no transplants in Astoria." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He just doesn't deal with them.
There's a lot.
He just ignores them. I think he just doesn't deal with them. And he just pretends they don't exist. And the places he goes, he doesn't see them. And he's just, I guess he's very in his own world, so he doesn't talk to transplants. And they're not on his algorithms. He just has completely like isolated himself from this.
That's a good
Which
way
is
to
nice.
live.
And I think most of my cousins that live in New York, that's their experience.
Yeah, I think that is good.
But they live out. I mean, he's the one that does actually live by tourists. But my other cousins, they don't live around tourists.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
It is.
It's hard. Stay home.
Yeah, or invest in the community. Raise your kid with a fucking New York accent. Go to a meeting. Go to some sort of community meeting.
I wish every New York influencer comes to New York and their son is me.
Yeah.
Literally stealing 40s from the bodega.
Yeah.
Putting them down their pants.
Your grandparents didn't have a New York accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you do.
Yeah.
So you can become a New Yorker if you actually want to.
We should in public schools we should teach the New York accent.
I agree.
In New York City public schools we should teach the accent
because it's gonna die.
It would make these New York influencers disgusted.
They would. They don't want their kids sounding like that.
You know, I mean that it was removed from. That's why people from Manhattan don't have the accent.
Yeah. I mean, also people though that are working class. My cousins from Brooklyn moved to South Carolina. Within 6-7 years, they're saying y'all and have like you just have a fucking word. Yeah, you just. There's a certain type of person who is of the people. Exactly.
But here's the thing: these rich influencers that move here they're of their people.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
They're of their people too. I guess it's just who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. I don't know if I moved to London for 25 years, would I fucking have a London accent?
I would double down on my New York.
Oh, you would. Yeah,
I would double down. I would sound like I would literally be like a walking pizza slice over there. I would not. I would hair slicked back, velour every day. Just an absolute. I would be. People would know. I would buy a Cadillac.
Yeah, nice.
And I would put my steering wheel on the other side.
2 steering wheels.
2 steering wheels. I go just in case. You know, who knows when I'm back in New York.
I feel you. I don't want to leave. I really would prefer to just stay here. So it's frustrating to see certain people and how they treat it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is the answer? To be more contentious a little bit? Give them love taps?
No, we can't be giving love taps.
South Carolina plates I'm behind this morning?
We can't be giving love taps. Well, they have those plates because it's cheaper insurance.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, the person today was not the person that I love tapped. But they seemed, I was like, they're not driving like somebody from South Carolina.
No.
So it's interesting you say that.
People have different insurance. They have a friend that lives
that's a real
somewhere
New Yorker.
else. Yes, that's a real New Yorker. They're registered their car's registered to the place that's cheapest.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. That is real New Yorkers don't have New York plates. But the internet has been a hard place lately, and I can't believe I search for things that are enjoyable on it. Right, that's probably why my when we checked our times last week, mine's been down. 1, I've been working a lot. 2, I mean,
you're over it.
I'm over it. I'm watching guys' grocery games. Right,
yes.
I'm absorbing some more television, which is good.
Yeah,
which is good.
I guess.
So
guys' grocery games is television.
It feels like TikTok.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it feels like they're 2-minute segments.
Yes.
So it feels like
Did you watch Gemstones?
No.
Oh.
I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah.
I was too sad
to laugh.
I wasn't in the fucking mood to laugh.
But yeah, I feel.
Isn't that brutal? But that's how much I respect comedy.
That's nice. You didn't want to not laugh. I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, you were in a bad mood yesterday. I was like, I don't even know if it would make him laugh.
No.
I think it would, but I don't know.
It wasn't worth it for me.
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
I mean, dig you out of a deeper hole.
There was nothing that I had to do. I had to just disassociate.
That's nice.
And I'm
not really.
But sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And I just did such a good job disassociating.
How did you do it? What's step 1?
I don't know. You ever see like a prodigy, like, you know, like Beethoven wrote his symphonies at like 5 years old?
Yes.
I think I do that with disassociating.
Okay, you're a prodigy.
With avoidance.
Prodigal.
Yeah, I think I'm able to disassociate to a level that is revered by Zen Buddhists.
Okay.
I think that people, if someone saw my disassociation and how good I am at it, they would go, now that's limitless.
East Asia would be recruiting you.
You have no idea.
The Chinese are all fighting.
Everyone wants
all the
me.
cultures will be fighting for Sebastian Conelli.
Tibet's like, hey, can you come teach our people? I'm like, hey,
we're gonna build statues of this man. It's like a basketball player.
Yeah, I'm gonna be built for disassociation, and it'll just be me next to a bag of Cheetos and a phone that's just making noises as a television's on. It's just the level of disassociation. The countries will rise and say, wow, him ignoring reality is to a degree of supernatural.
India versus China in the war for Sebastian.
The X-Men would recruit me. If I had an X-Men
X-Men. Everyone's getting involved.
I sometimes think I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
And what's my power? Disassociation. Just to be able to sit there, experience something that truly feels like the ultimate burden's on my shoulder. Just feel like I've made every wrong choice in life and that I am just a disaster of a human being, and then go, wait a second. Let me put on the television, open a TikTok and a bag of chips.
Okay.
And then I am taken to a place that doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's the nowhere.
Can you do
land.
it with nothing?
No.
No TV, no TikTok, no bag of chips?
I'm like Iron Man.
Okay. You need the suit.
I need the suits.
Okay. All right. Maybe China and India are not going to war over here.
I need the suits.
Okay.
I need the suit. I'm like
You
Iron
need the
Man
suit.
with
Okay.
disassociation. I need
All
my.
right.
I'm
You're
Batman.
Batman.
I'm
Okay.
Batman.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
my tools.
Yeah. Not Spider-Man.
And instead of Alfred, I got Siri.
Okay.
Siri. Right? That's all it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just disassociated. I have respect for the show. I want to enjoy. Here's the thing: I want to enjoy it.
Okay. Yes,
So
of course.
I did watch it. But so there's this thing online. I don't know if the listeners heard about this thing called SkinnyTok, and it's a place that promotes disordered eating. Right? It's basically this woman that came about that has all these sayings about like how. Like basically shaming people not to eat and giving actual disordered eating advice publicly. And it's disgusting to me for so many reasons, right? It absolutely makes me feel disgusted because one, there's all these articles that now are coming out. I can't believe that SkinnyTok was taken off the internet. The promoter of SkinnyTok was removed from the internet. I don't understand why it's even an article. They were promoting the number one cause of death in young women is anorexia.
Yeah.
A person dies of anorexia every hour.
Yeah.
And we are out here being like, why was this person taken down? It's fat people. They want to, body positivity has gone too far. We can't talk to that. No, we don't want people dying. We don't want, TikTok is an app used by young people.
Yeah.
And if we start promoting disordered eating like that in a normalized way,
Yeah.
it's going to hurt and kill people.
For sure.
And TikTok will put that out. It wasn't even flagged. People had to have a reaction in order for that to be taken down, SkinnyTok stuff.
Yeah.
People had to be like, whoa, 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 this is so problematic. But here, us, Robbie, if we do a clip and I say, oh, I love eating pussy, boop, it's off the internet.
I know.
I can't talk about eating pussy.
No.
I can't talk. I go,
And I love
who
it.
am I hurting? Who am I hurting when I go,
Love
oh,
it.
yeah, I ate ass.
Yeah.
And it'll be taken off the internet in a second. But these people could say stuff like, if you want to be small, eat small. Be big, eat big. Like, what are we fucking doing here?
Yeah. It's crazy. I agree.
So now I'm going to, now.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's very dangerous. And it's very annoying that we're in this place where these people who were like, you can't say anything. And now they're like, censorship is gone. Censorship is gone. And you can't talk about having sex.
You can't talk about
You
having
can't
sex.
talk about having sex in a beautiful, positive way. You can't talk
about
about pleasuring
weed.
women. You can't talk about consuming weed.
But literally, drugs will be advertised to you every moment of the day online.
The slut shaming and the sex shaming that exists in the world is so sad to me on the internet. And then it's like porn is massive. There's this thing where kids are fucking addicted to porn. And there's the porn, all the porn stuff is
And
massive.
I don't blame the kids.
Sure. And it's like, why can't we just have a normal conversation about sex? This man, I'm watching this like, I at this point take Twitter, you just get right-wing influencers. So like I'll tune in to see what they're talking about. And he's talking about the most masculine thing you can do is be a Zen Buddha. No sex. He says it's gay to have sex with women. I'm not even joking. This is a real take. It's like having sex with women is bad. Like you should be having no sex.
Storing your testosterone up.
Not even just for that. It's just like contemplating ideas. That's what he's saying. He's like, real men, they want to contemplate larger things. And like to be focused on the physical is feminine. And to be focused on bodies is feminine. And we should be the most masculine people are these priests and Tibetan monks that are dedicated themselves to contemplating large issues. And I'm like, what the fuck world am I living in? And this man, I'm like, I'm sorry. It's strange.
I hate it. I hate that. It's just so weird to me that certain things online are taken down and certain things we allow to happen.
Yeah, because people obviously want to have sex. If that wasn't the case, this porn addiction, all this stuff with these men, like men just have the most unhealthy relationship to sex right now. It's very upsetting.
It's the most human thing we do.
Yeah.
Breathe. I mean, taxes aren't you. When everyone goes, oh, you could count on one thing in life, taxes. I hate that. You know, right? Taxes are good, but that's not human.
Yes.
That's societal.
I agree, 100%.
Norms, right?
Yeah.
The human is breathing, eating, sex, and we're like, don't eat, don't fuck.
Yeah.
Next, they're gonna take our breath away.
Yeah.
That's what, like,
you're right. You're right.
We
100%.
can't talk online about body positivity. We can't talk about like loving food and stuff like that, right?
We can't talk about loving sex.
We can't talk about loving sex.
Sex positions. We can't talk about ways to make men and women feel pleasure. It's very annoying. We do a video with the fucking rose, gets nuked. We do a video talking about weed, it gets nuked. We have 115,000 followers. It'll go out to 212 people.
It's
because it gets flagged.
Guys, if you're a straight guy, get a rose.
Get a rose.
What are we doing here? Enjoy it if you want.
Slow down. Pleasure the person that you're with. Yeah. Listen to their body. Make out. I don't know. We need to develop a normal conversation around sex. But the SkinnyTok shit is also ridiculous.
So the SkinnyTok, and it's just out here, and I'm a person who has a relationship with food that's extremely complicated since I was a child, right? So I don't see this and I don't get triggered, right? It's because I've been in therapy, I've been in meetings, I've done a lot of work around this. I've read full books around this topic. You know what I mean? I've read books in every direction.
Yeah.
Around this topic, around neutrality. I've read the fucking Atkins book back when I was 14. You know what I mean? Like I've read
in the trenches.
I've seen everything, and so I see this and I just get nervous.
Which is a very human and empathetic reaction.
I get nervous because it's not going to affect me. I'm strong enough. I've done enough work around this stuff that this isn't going to affect me.
Yeah.
And there'll be like, what's so fucked up about it is there'll be one quote that is an entry point that is okay. This
is everything. They co-opt certain positive language that like activists or certain people use, and then they just make it their own. Like a gateway into their bad take. Like
there'll be something like we need to get to a place where food noise isn't running our lives. And I go, oh, that is good, right? So that this idea of like concept of like this food, like thinking about it all the time in an obsessive, hard way runs people's lives. We need to figure that out. And they go, but these are the answers.
Opposite.
I know.
They're telling you to actually be obsessed about food all the time. It's the absence of food.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But they start with like something that is the only time I've ever gone into a grocery store and stood frozen like a fucking deer in the headlights is when I've been on a food program kind of plan and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I stand there and I fucking debate. Do I want... And I would use these words that are fucking horrible, good and bad. And they start using these good and bad words when food should just be food.
Okay.
They go, this is good food, this is bad food. They're starting to introduce again.
Okay.
And I believe that if you want, I'm a person that when it comes to body stuff, like if you want to lose weight, great.
Yeah.
Do it in a way that feels. There's so many fucking dietitians, and it's so fucked up because they're promoting all this SkinnyTok stuff, and then people don't have health insurance to go to a dietitian.
Yeah. Which is bad. I mean, everything is just crumbling, and then this woman becomes the dietitian.
Yes.
I was going to say, someone who's like a SkinnyTok person, whatever, the hot, blonde, skinny, whatever, she'll also be a fucking New York City food influencer.
Yes.
Which is like, it makes you want to scream.
Yes.
This is what these people will do. They'll be recommending restaurants and then SkinnyTok. You don't fucking eat, bro. Well, here's what are we doing?
To have them fall off the wagon or like to eat food is exactly what they want.
What do you mean?
To have people binge eat food because that's the people that will need them.
Oh, I see. They're selling you the problem and the solution.
Yes.
It's insane. I mean, it's fucking bleak.
And they don't understand how much harm they're doing.
A lot of harm. Like and young women, it's really the young women, the most affected group of this, and it's very sad. And to have someone at such a young age, have this like affect their self-worth and all that is very tough.
I've been to groups, and some groups I stopped going to because it was like I went to one once. It was all young women, and I was like, I felt terrible the whole time.
Yeah.
And as I've progressed, as I like move forward, I always sought out like because it's different issues with men and women.
Yeah.
So I always try to seek out like all male groups and stuff like that. Just because it's a different relationship, society shitting on us in a different way.
Yes,
society,
definitely.
Like, there's a different relationship with weight for men and women and stuff like that, right? So
their eating disorder is getting rewarded by society, and yours is not.
What do you mean? Oh, like binge eating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, people make fun of oversized people, and then undersized people are hot. Oh, they're getting hotter. This is getting rewarded, and then till it's not, but for a lot of the beginning, it is, which is bad.
It's actually, and we need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. I fucking
very
hate
sad.
everything. I look at this stuff and I like read these quotes, and it just like there's just years of pain that are going to be around this.
Yes.
This I see something like this, I go, this is going to do years of pain for people.
Yeah. And the world we live in is supporting it. They're just
Everyone
setting people up
supports
to be in pain. The world that we live in is just setting people up to be in pain, which is unfortunate.
Everyone supports it. I think it's literally one of the it's just so sad. And that now there's a filter that makes you chubby, so you could take a photo of yourself, like a filter on CapCut, which is a TikTok editing program that makes you fat in order to motivate you to not be that.
That's crazy.
Like sometimes I come on here and joke that like people don't want to be me.
Yeah.
But like then this comes out.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting.
Yeah.
I need to start doing.
No, some people's greatest fear is that they gain a lot of weight, which is insane.
And you know what? They should be scared.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem, Rob. They
Yeah.
should be scared because it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, society's not nice.
They should be scared.
Yeah.
They're the people they should be scared of.
Themselves. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
They should be. To gain weight is a scary thing in this world.
Yes.
Because of people.
Yes. With that mentality.
It's so fucking wild.
Yeah. It's not good.
To just be fed, I mean, I'm just angry right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
which
even
is
being
fine.
funny.
It's annoying, and it is angry, and you see this, and it's close to home. And you feel probably for a younger version of yourself.
I'm 35. I'm okay.
Yes.
Like my relationship is still challenging, but I have resources.
Yes.
And this has taken years and years of figuring this out.
Yes.
To have resources around this. A 17-year-old me would be hard.
Yeah. Very hard. And this is what's popular. This is what everybody's consuming. This is what's trending.
I mean, but I think about when I was a kid and Hydroxycut was like the thing that was around, which is just people were having heart attacks because it was just basically speed that you could sell over the counter. And people were taking that just in order to not, they would rather die than be fat.
Yeah. Which is society telling you that.
And then, I mean, I just saw a Nikki Glaser clip, and I thought she was hilarious talking about how all thin people are against Ozempic because they want to keep fat people fat.
Yeah, I see that too.
I go, this is a great take.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a great take because what keeps SkinnyTok alive is shaming fat people.
Yes.
It's not you getting thin. And here's the thing. I see I'm going down rabbit holes, and I like see people like posting stories about like SkinnyTok helped me lose XYZ weight. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's not a lifestyle that you could continue living.
No.
It's not something that you could continue doing. And I like you don't, and because it's so controversial, the internet just rewards controversy. We're living in a world of hot takes.
Yeah.
And like just having the worst hot take possible of being like,
we'll be rewarded.
This
is why perfect takes don't get rewarded. It's fucking annoying. This is what I'm thinking about. I literally wrote down perfect takes.
Because it's...
And I'm like, we have good takes, but that's not what people... The world we live in is bad takes. The government, bad takes. The media, mostly bad takes. Yeah. Everything bad takes. Bad practices, bad takes. So when you come on and you just only deliver perfect takes, it's really hard to break through these algorithms.
And I just want to say, like, we want to be around people with good takes.
Yeah.
That are helpful.
I mean, it's very sad. It's also like Yeah, because it consumes the personality in a way that you just have none. You can't have multiple personalities if SkinnyTok is like consumed by it.
No.
And it's sad. I mean, I know people in my life that have been affected by anorexia and this kind of stuff, and it's very sad to see them lose their personality.
I told you before the pod, 5% of people, young women that are diagnosed with anorexia, die.
1 in 20.
I mean, like, how is this allowed?
Every high school has multiple women that probably have some level of anorexia.
To us,
and as the conditions of the world get worse, this is going to get more popular.
And these people are then like, no, these fat people just want to be fat and lazy. That's why they want to take this down.
Which is ridiculous. That's always the go-to. They need a response towards fat people. That's just what they'll say. So
I get being scared to be a fat, because they'd rather you die trying to be skinny than be fat.
Yeah.
So I get I understand people's biggest fears is being fat. I truly understand that, because life is worse.
Yeah.
Undeniably.
Yeah. Which we want to create a world that's not the case. So they need to unlearn that, I think. Yeah. Which is hard. It's hard. To tackle huge issues.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, and there's good people that are out there, but they don't get pushed out like that. No. There's no trends about that. I mean, even think about
when
it
just gets shit
body
on
positivity.
The counterculture of it is worse.
It literally like destroyed the whole movement.
Yeah. Because it's the takes. That's what's going to get controversy.
I don't want to live in a world where we're run by hot takes anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
I just am over it. Or if our hot takes, can we just, I don't know.
Have good takes.
Yeah, I guess have good takes.
Empathy. I don't know. Perfect takes. That's all we do.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
So that's, and I don't know. That's it.
It's bad. I mean, the food is the only thing.
I wrote down jokes. I don't want to do it.
Food is the only thing in the world that we all need to do.
Yeah.
And we all do. And we all have such variety and different relationships with. It's able to connect us while also showing us what makes different parts of the world unique. And there's nothing else like that.
You go to a place, what do you want to do? You want to experience.
Me and you want to try the food.
Yeah.
That's why I want to go on vacation. Food is a very high priority for me when I'm going new places.
Me too.
When you learn about somebody new, what is the food? My family was very circled around food. The culture was circled around food. So that's what I look at in other people. And it's you just lose your personality if you completely have that relationship towards food, I think. And you lose your ability to connect as much. And it's just like you really can only connect with people in that mindset. And it's very lonely. I would imagine.
It's complicated, man, because then also, like,
I can only imagine how lonely it would be to have bulimia.
I mean, it's lonely having
everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Rob, the eating disorders exist in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't exist in the public.
Yeah.
Rob,
yeah, which is sad.
It's not. I mean.
And then you want to stay in the shadows more.
Yeah. And you're told that you're not allowed to be in the lights, because when you go in the lights, people are mean to you.
Yeah.
Or tell you don't belong.
Which is sad.
Yeah. So, and we just don't need.
And they want more people in the shadows too.
Oh, 100%. This is like us joking about the pollen.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actual.
Yes.
This
exactly.
is actual.
Yes.
Real stuff.
Yes.
As we joke about in the beginning that they want to keep us inside with allergies, right? This is actual allergies trying to keep us inside.
Yeah.
And what blows my mind is that these other people, we're just all crabs in a barrel pushing each other down when we're all just in the fucking barrel.
I agree.
Is the problem.
We got to get the barrel together.
Here's the
somehow.
thing. The people that are running SkinnyTok are in the fucking barrel too.
Yes. Yeah, some aren't. I would imagine some of them are rich. In the same vein of these New York City influencers that we're talking about.
Yeah, but their lives are consumed by this horrible thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not talking about money as the barrel.
Oh, you're right.
Their life is consumed by something that is just them being mean to themselves.
All day, yeah, all day. And they don't view it as that. What's the validate? I guess they want to look good. Nobody's having sex. Nobody's what is it? It's just a made up standard.
I'm going to walk in the river soon.
It's a made up standard.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is a made up standard. I want to get back to the Victorian era where we talked about. I want more Shea. Can we live in a country with more Shea lounges?
Yeah.
More pastries.
Yeah.
3-tiered pastries.
Yeah. I don't know.
More walks with beverages.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's very sad, and it's infuriating to me that if we talk about weed, which isn't even
good things,
not even in my mind a bad thing, right? But they could sell us fucking drugs nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just
things that are much more harmful.
I do think that the internet is hurting us.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much.
Hot take.
It's
bad. It's very bad. It is a perfect take. It's bad. Shit is bad.
And I think that rich people will continue to run
these algorithms are bad.
Yeah.
And they're not. It's hard to break through, which it feels hopeless. So share the podcast.
When the government runs the internet, they put out what they want to be put out.
Yes. Yeah, it's not good.
And disordered eating is something that the government loves.
Yeah, of course.
Because one,
it's profitable.
It's so much.
The healthcare industry. It feeds a lot of
that there's
industries.
scientists now working on food that will be stronger than Ozempic?
Interesting.
That are more addictive. So these people that if they do take Ozempic,
I mean, this is evil.
And these are people that are taking diabetes medication, or people that have PCOS and can't, they have inflammation all over their body. I'm not even talking about people that are just taking it for weight loss, right?
Yeah.
But they're creating food scientists that are so addictive that it'll go through Ozempic.
We need to call out.
And
what do you do?
What
do you do every day for 40 hours a week? What is the implication of that? What does your bosses do? What is your company's mission? How are they making money? Where is that money coming from?
Yeah.
These are questions we need to start talking about.
No, I know.
And then just let the person sit in it. I think this is important. It's just like, oh, what do you do? How does this function make money? Where does this come from? Who's getting the money that because you're creating some level of wealth within even if you have, this is another thing. There's a lot of bullshit jobs that people just do bullshit.
Yeah.
So they're not connected to what they're doing. They're just like, I'm getting a paycheck. I'm doing bullshit on the computer. But it's like, you got to be connected to what you're doing on the computer and understand that, which we're going to talk about severance.
Yeah, we'll talk about
But it's
severance.
important. It's like, there's a reason why severance makes sense. And then it's like severance is produced by Apple, which is just like, it feels hopeless that one of the pieces of art that has come out most recently that speaks to the condition of the world in a very I think
run by
entertaining way is just run by Apple.
I mean, yeah, that's why I think why I always had so much love for garbage men and stuff like that is what do? They come here and they make the city cleaner.
They're the best job. We need them the most.
I always felt
that.
The city will crumble without them.
Yes,
that's
always
why I was like I love them. Like people we have the gardeners. What a beautiful job.
Yes.
Like I have to think about these jobs that were we were told as kids you don't want to be.
Yes.
That's part of the fucking problem,
I think,
Rob.
Yeah, you're right.
We were told as kids, you need to do something bigger than these jobs that are just providing basic needs and good to the world.
Yeah. I'm romanticizing. My cousin is DSNY.
Uh-huh.
And I'm romanticizing it to him on Christmas Eve, and he doesn't want to hear it. He's just like, it's fine. We're fucking waking up at 4 a.m. to go to Brooklyn
day out,
and drive around. Yeah.
It's also one.
But I'm it's the most selfless job. The men in green, yes. I salute you. I'm doing all this stuff. You're literally making the city clean. It's the most selfless job.
100, and it's more dangerous than being a cop.
Scrubbed. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just statistically more DSNY people die than NYPD.
Yes. Somebody scrubbing your toilet every day, you have to have some level of effect, not empathy. All right, you're doing the most gross job.
That's why my backup plan is always just make sandwich, to give people, I don't know, what they need.
Well, you do. Laughter is something to give people. Last night I watched a podcast and I was laughing my ass off, and I'm like, it is. I had a tough day. It's nice to just laugh.
Yeah, you need
get really high, laugh at some shit. I'm watching Gemstones, funny show on TV. And it's nice to just fucking escape and laugh. That is nice.
That is nice.
And they do speak to the condition of the world in a funny way.
Yeah, but people don't realize.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Yes.
You need the peanut butter for your medicine.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let's talk about Severance. If you haven't watched it, go watch the show. We'll talk about it now.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, we're going to do spoilers for the finale.
So, Rob, what'd you think?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's nice.
great.
I think if you remove the fact that Apple produces it.
Sure, let's remove that going forward.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Remove it going forward. I think that it speaks to the world that we live in. I also like this. The fan base, I think, overcomplicates it a little bit. Whereas, like, nothing to me was that surprise. I don't know. Like, I don't need to like look at every frame and all the things. Like, you don't need to be going that level of granularity to consume the show.
I think there was just
You
a lot
could
of
kinda
care
tell-
put into the show, and so
Which is
people-
nice. Which I like that he wants to create this world that's full and lived in.
Yes.
Which makes the show better. But that's what that is. It's not like every little thing. Like, you could
No.
kind of tell what like what's gonna like. I don't think anything was that surprising in the last episode.
When
Maybe
when he shot the guy in the elevator.
Yeah, but that's not something that was gonna be shown by
Yes,
foreshadowing.
I know,
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's not something that you could have predicted. Like, people that are going through all the files,
No,
that,
there's
and
no
this,
forces.
and this, and that. I'm like,
I mean,
this is a waste
the
of
coolest
time.
moments was when he like had the blood on the tie and put the tie in. Like, those are like
What's
but
exciting
you can't
is
see that.
the art, the cinematography. I think the acting is really good.
What do you think about the moment where they kill the lamb? And just
They don't kill the lamb, you mean?
yes, well they go to sacrifice the lamb. What do you think that is?
I think that I don't know. I thought that was just a way to get the gun in the mix.
Interesting. For me,
I'm like, all right, now we could kill this guy. We got a gun now. Like, this just raises the stakes. That's why it's across the hall, like very conveniently across the hall. Like, it's not that deep to me.
For me, I think that why they choose lamb is because that's one of those animals that is like looked at as like good, pure, and we're just sacrificing them for evil. Like,
definitely.
Yes. Like, and they go, how many of these do we have? Until never. It'll never be.
It'll never be enough. Yeah, and they say that in the first season. He's like, they're not ready. They're not ready. Like, these people. I mean, also these people, their whole life is raising something that they are attached to, and then having to kill it.
Yes.
Which is bleak. But
For
I don't
no
necessarily know
reason at
why.
all.
Yeah, I don't know why they're killing them.
Well, I think it's for no reason at all,
Okay.
and I think that's actually a great point.
Yeah.
To be just murdering for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I think that's even more true.
Yes.
Than
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be just a fake like Lord or God we're killing them for.
Yeah.
I think that is more speaks to what's going on.
Yeah. I liked what they did with Zach's character, Dylan G, and the guy, his Audi apologizing.
I loved him running back. Yeah.
Oh, of course. But I thought that. Oh yeah, that was funny when he ran out. Oh, I meant when Milchick leaves the note and runs out. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But when he runs back, it was incredible. Fuck you, Mr. Milchick.
Yeah, I love that.
And that shot of him with the whole band behind him, I thought was very cool.
Me too. And I thought it was cool how all the band went on their side.
Yeah.
I also
Which
thought Mr.
I love
Milchick
seeing
was
that.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great.
He's incredible.
And I love he's killing these interview games. He's out here being like he's so cool.
Yeah, he is very cool.
Yeah, and you could.
He's an incredible dancer. That's what I'm like. The way he dances and physically moves, it's very entertaining. I don't know, and it's funny. Like the way he's sharp with certain movement. Like you can express comedy through dancing too.
Yeah, I thought he was awesome.
Yes. And then the end, I think you see a lot of people that don't like the end, or what's their plan? What's their plan? They live downstairs. They're in Lumen. Where are they gonna go? And it's like these people are telling on themselves. I think that they've never experienced a strong love.
That's sad.
And I'm like, what do you mean? What's your plan? If your first love that you're choosing to basically like potentially never see them again. Very real chance. You're covered in blood. Yeah. You're in this evil corporation that the person that you are in love with, for the context of the story, sure. Once stuff gets out, there's a version of that person that you're not in love. Like it's very unique to the situation.
It is a love story.
Where it's all about love. That's also what kind of I liked about the finale is it just makes me think about love a lot. And the power of love.
And I think that this is like stories that stand the test of time are about love. Like walking through hell to find your wife. You know, like it's like a Greek myth, you know?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's an emotion that connects all of us. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean,
the strongest emotion I think that exists is when you're absolutely fucking in love. to a level that is like you're so enamored by the other person.
It's beautiful.
It can be, I think. It's powerful.
I know.
It's extremely, extremely powerful. But it's for the
context. Keeps you going in hard times.
Yes. It just keeps you going. It's very motivating. It can be such a beautiful thing. It can be bad too. It can turn bad, and
sure, it could change
emotion when you're at such a heightened level.
It's
dangerous. Things can go. It's very dangerous.
Love is dangerous.
Yeah, of course.
And we know that from his choice.
Yes.
Because he chose danger because of love.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of men, I don't think, and myself included, in a time period, don't know how to express it in a healthy way. And it becomes about control because it's such an insane feeling that I think people want to control it, and it's scary. And then the idea of losing it is scary, and then people get crazy.
Or if you've had it and lost it, I know for me, I push it away.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want. It hurts too much if it's gone.
Yes.
And
which is the reality is that you're gonna.
That hurts.
I agree.
No matter what, you lose love.
Yes, you're right.
No matter what.
100%. Or you die.
Well,
then that's it.
Or you're that's why everyone wants to die first.
Yes.
That's how beautiful love is sometimes, that someone's like, I need to die first.
Yes.
I can't handle you dying. I'd rather not exist than experience the world without you.
Which is beautiful.
That's so
Which is beautiful. But that's what this man is like. You have 10 minutes. You'll figure it out. Yeah. There's a very likely chance, given the context of the story, that if he leaves, he'll never see Helly R again. No. So he's gonna stay. Like it's very, he's gonna stay.
And I think it was, I think it was.
You've never been in love if you don't think he's gonna stay. Audi Mark would have stayed too. Like Audi Mark's not gonna leave Gemma.
No, it's an interesting because it's a love triangle between people that are multiple people.
Yeah. They were able to catch Mark. They were able to. The whole show is predicated on them being able to bank on Audi Mark being so devastated by losing his wife.
Yeah.
They found someone that they're like, this guy will for sure cut off half his brain if he thinks his wife is dead. That's how in love he is. There's a lot of people out there that are not in love. Their wife dies in a car accident. They got a new girlfriend in 6 months. They're not cutting off half their brain. The world is unimaginably livable. Like some people obviously do. They experience grief in a very serious way, and those people were in love.
I saw a video that 56% of people get divorced.
Yeah.
Out of that half that aren't divorced, 1/3 of them are in a loveless marriage. 1/3 of them are just feel fine about it, and 1/3 of them are in love. So that's
which is 1/3 of one half.
1/6 of people are actually in love and would do that marriage again.
Yeah. Which is the world.
And you know what's so beautiful about the world? We continue to date to find that.
Yeah.
I actually think that the lower
some people don't date for love. They date for status. They date to start a family. They date to.
I'm 35. There's only love.
Yeah.
I don't care about family.
Some people want kids. Yeah, they want that, which is beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
But it really made me recontextualize the whole show. It's, I think, a lot about corporate America and the corporate, like, workers' rights. I think there's a lot of themes, but I think the number one theme, obviously, is love.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. And I think that it's beautiful to see him in the beginning. I'm sure this is not hot take, running by himself, and then in the end, running with her.
Oh, right. In the beginning of the season, he's running.
That's like something that The Godfather did very well, like the first shot to the last shot of Michael Corleone. This is like you want to see change. And
yes.
Like the stories is a drama is you see change in a character.
Yes.
And you saw change by the end of that.
Yeah. Which
is beautiful. And not a lot of TV does that. I was listening to an interview with who's played Walter White?
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston was talking about what brought him to want to do Breaking Bad was that it was about a man who changed.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just did a sitcom for how many years, and every episode, no matter what, you could depend on me.
I see. Yeah, it's nice to have an arc.
Even Tony Soprano doesn't change.
I know. I was just going to say that because
he doesn't.
Walter White, they say, is based on Tony Soprano or like inspired by Tony Soprano because he's an anti-hero. Like he's your main character who's bad.
Yeah, but
no, Tony doesn't change at all.
Tony, if anything, he leans into who he was more as the show goes on.
Yeah,
he gets worse and worse.
He uses therapy as a crutch to not change.
Yeah,
which is the Italian American experience. I don't know very many Italian American men that have really changed. In that generation.
No, but
so it is what it is, and it's very close to home. But you want to change. Like, I think I've been able to change. I think change is imperative of the.
We could like a character and not want to be them.
Yes, of course.
I think that is a great thing that we should do as adults.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I like them. Don't want to be them.
Yeah. But I mean, it's nice to see workers banding together to stick up for themselves. I like to see that anytime in media.
Yeah.
I think that was
and literally banned.
Yeah. Which we'll see how that goes. But it was nice.
It's exciting.
They understand solidarity, labor solidarity, and they've only been alive for 2 years. Like, they are early. Like, it's weird. They're not. Lumen is not doing a good enough job of using their misinformation to separate the workers.
Can I say this?
What?
I think the older that you get, the more complicated it becomes in your brain.
Interesting.
I think that the more that you live, the more that you go, I have this responsibility, that responsibility, you know?
So you
can
compromise.
Lie to
Yeah, you can lie to yourself easier.
I think that because they're young and new,
because in the beginning they're so into the Lumen stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they've kind of realized. I guess that's what they're going through their adolescence almost period.
The terrible twos.
Yeah, and they realize
pushing back
authority, and they're being lied to, and
waffles aren't enough.
Of course, and you need to know what you're doing. This is another good thing. I think a lesson of the show. Have an honest conversation about what the fuck you're doing on that computer every day. Like, be real with yourself. What are you doing? What are the effects of this?
Yeah.
Actually, because just doing mindless work, that's just sending emails. Oh, I have calls and emails, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh yeah, you're facilitating the death of your wife. Oh, I'm just moving the number. This is obviously it's heightened, but it's not that different from what goes on in the world.
Tough.
At these places, and they want you to lose your humanity when you're at work. That's kind of, they're stripping you. You want to be just like a vessel for the company.
They say,
which is what the innies are supposed to be.
Leave
everything at the door.
Yeah, and that's literally that's what
opposite.
The show is.
You can't do that.
No.
Just serve
mental health day. You have to like when he calls for his mental health day, it's like such a pushback.
Yes, always. All these companies, you have to justify. So it's not. They just want you to, all right, we don't want any of your drama that we're creating. The greater extent of Lumen is creating horrible things in your world. Mm-hmm. Literally, Mark killed your wife, but we want you to come here and leave that at the door.
Yeah.
Google, all these they're macroeconomically creating strife in your life, and then they're like, when you come here, you got to leave it at the door. Don't argue with the fucking other cashiers. And we're going to pay you $19 an hour.
It's very tough.
So it speaks to a lot of that, but ultimately I think it more so speaks to just the power of love, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is about corporate America and how it's oppressive, but
it's
you gotta
nice
love
to
love.
end on love.
Yeah, it's nice to
I
end
want to
on
love.
I want to love too.
All right. Well, man, did this podcast help us today or hurt us, Rob?
I think it helped. I think it was good. A good app.
You think so?
Yeah. I guess I am a lover boy at heart, but I'm just not in that era.
Neither am I, man.
I can't afford love. I can't afford love.
I fantasize about loving.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's hard. I don't want to.
It can consume your whole world.
I'm gonna disassociate. I'm gonna need my Cheetos in a second. Yeah. Beautiful. So we're gonna hop over the Patreon. Sorry, the episode was a day late. I had some issues here. Yeah, it was a day late. It's okay. We're here. Beautiful. All right, Robbie, hit the music.